In this moment, in this place, all is wonder, all is grace. In this moment, in this place, we are one.
I've been asked to give you a little bit of an introduction. I think whenever I've told people that I'm working on SoulAdvisor, the first question they say is, who's Elaine Yun? And who's she about? One of my roles, first off with Elaine, was to gravitate all her work onto one page, LinkedIn. Don't know if any of you use LinkedIn, but obviously it's a way that you professionally can put all your things together. And as I was doing it, I was blown away by this individual that was so humble on how much she had achieved. Not-for-profits in her town around people with special needs. The not-for-profit there, Come Play With Us. That orphanage there is for kids with special needs called Brave Hearts. And I remember actually having a gratitude jar for Brave Hearts at one of our festivals at North Sydney. I'd met the founder. She also has this incredible desire to give back the voice to her people. There was a whole generation where they weren't allowed to sing. And it was why it's so important that her friend Trish sung today, because through Trish and Elaine, they've brought back that ability to connect to self-expression through Cambodia Sings, another not-for-profit in Cambodia. She also has built a property, 7-story high property called 240 Condo, and again it fell in her lap because it was a different business arrangement that was going to happen, but then when it went the way it did, Elaine went, maybe I need to pick up and step up, because it's actually going to, if I don't, be an ugly building in my country. And she created this place of beauty, and if you get to know Elaine, it's very much about intent and beauty into the world. Elaine will come across very humble, but behind her is years and years of experience of putting together businesses that are very, very successful, and every single one of them are in Cambodia. But more importantly, what I see with Elaine is her intent of doing it. And so for SoulAdvisor, to me, what I see is that she has experienced much healing in her lifetime. For people like us to come together, she now wants us to have a global voice. And that's what SoulAdvisor is about.
I just want to bow to you in gratitude that you're here. Thank you for coming. It means so much to me. Thank you. Thank you for coming and manifesting this together. You know, I manifest you and you manifested me. And allowing me this moment to share with you what inspired me 5 years ago. How the seed, the vision of SoulAdvisor was planted. I heard a voice talking to me. Okay, I mean, I just want to sidetrack and say I've always heard voices before. Like for the last 15 years, I hear voices and angels talking to me. But this time, the voice said, we want you to do something for us. And I said, who are you? And what do you want me to do? And he said, I'm Archangel Michael. And do you know TripAdvisor? I said, yes, everyone knows TripAdvisor. And he said, well, we want you to do something, but it is called SoulAdvisor. And I said, okay, but what is it, you know? And he said, we hear, you know, the prayers of all the practitioners in the world. They are struggling. they're having difficulty running their business, and now, even with the technology age, to market themselves, to make a living doing healing work. So there's a lot of struggles and obstacles, and we hear their prayers. And we want to put in place something to help all the practitioners in the world to do their work with ease. And he said also, we need you to set up an IT team in Cambodia that will help with all the marketing, social media, take away all the issues that they are facing, so that they have more time to do their healing work, So I was like, I think you got the wrong person. I have no IT experience. I don't know anything about setting up such a web platform of this magnitude that you're asking to do. I don't think I'm the right person to do this. So he said, look, just when you go back to Cambodia, buy the web domain, SoulAdvisor. And we will send you the people, and we will send you whatever you need to make it happen. So I bought the domain in 2013 when I got back. But I didn't do anything about it for the next 2-3 years. Because I was like, no, it's not me, I don't think I'm the right person, this is crazy, I don't even know where to start, I'm busy building my apartment block, all reasons, a lot of reasons, and I'm scared. I was like, no, I'm really scared. But after 2-3 years, I finished my apartment building. And I was kind of free, so, and that's when I was sent the first person. And this person was random, I don't know him. He came and volunteered at the orphanage, Braveheart. Okay, it was this moment I took him out for lunch. And during the whole of lunch, I kept hearing the voice saying, tell him about SoulAdvisor. Tell him about SoulAdvisor. I'm like, no, I don't know this person. How can I trust him, with this idea? I don't know. But all through lunch, they said, tell him about SoulAdvisor. So, at the end of lunch, by the end of lunch, I get my courage, and I said, okay, I want to tell you about this project. And he was just like getting goosebumps as I was telling it. And he said, oh my God, I've just done a web platform and it's called What's Up, South Africa. Yeah, so I want to do What's Up, London, What's Up, Sydney. So I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know that. So he said, yes, I just finished What's Up. And I said, okay, so he said, okay, I can contact the IT team that did my What's Up and get back to you and see what can happen. So I was like, okay, this is gonna cost me a lot of money, I don't know. But he came back and he said they are willing to do the first draft of every single page of what the website looks like for $2,000. And I was like, what? Oh, that's that's a figure I can not say no to, you know? So I was like, oh my God, okay, so $2,000, of course, yes, please go ahead. So that was the first step towards building SoulAdvisor. So we have been sent the right people, the right team. But what is most importantly today is that I've been sent to all of you. And which I never would have imagined, you know. So, yeah, so thank you for sending me you. And I feel that every one of us have a role to play in SoulAdvisor. You know, even as simple as, you know, saying an intent that SoulAdvisor will be successful. That would be great. Or telling a friend about it, or listing on SoulAdvisor. I just want to say that whatever you give, it is enough. It is enough. Even a little prayer or intent, it is enough. And I also believe that if we just also pledge like $1 a day to SoulAdvisor, you know, this is our investment into building something global that will help all of us. But $1 a day to you won't make a difference. But if in a couple of years we have 100,000 practitioners on this site, over 100 cities, we will have $100,000 a day, which will give us $3 million a month, and that would make $36 million a year, just on $1 a day. So if we pledge that, then you know, we have 36 million to spend on what we want, because all the profit and all the revenue is going into doing what we want. It's not going into someone's pocket at the end of the day. So one of the things we will discuss later on is, yes, if we have this pool resource, what would we like to do with it? You know, what are your difficulties? What can we solve? And one of the things I want to do also is like maybe have scientific research to back up our therapies. You know, I'm sick and tired of hearing people saying that, you know, having us as underground. Like, if someone goes to a psychic and asks advice for his business every month, he would feel, you know, like ashamed to tell people about it. Or if you go to a counselor, you know, I don't want to tell people I'm going to a counselor. But they do it, but they don't do it with pride. So one of our role in SoulAdvisor would be to bridge that, the mind and the heart, because the mind's like, oh, I have no evidence. How can I believe it works? But the heart knows, because it just made me feel really good. And so we have to bridge that, because half the healing is when you have faith. When you have faith in the practitioner. When you have faith in the healing.
There's 20,000 yogis in Australia, at least, and there's 100 training institutions. So it's a groundswell of positive energy that's happening the world around, you know. It's incredible. Not just yoga, but all the modalities that we represent here. We're just burgeoning, growing and growing and growing. And what we're finding is what you put your finger on, Elaine, there's a lot of pain in our community because it's exhausting to try and make the money to keep that going.
Literally this week I said to the universe, I need help. And this has just arrived today and it's perfect. It's a way for us to work together and a way for us to be shining our light collectively into the world and helping as many people as we can.
I love that idea very, very much. And I think, what was the little line that you have next to the woman doing yoga on the cliff? Nourish yourself.
Yeah.
There it is. You know, I think that's what we're all doing.
I must say I'm actually very impressed with what I've heard from SoulAdvisor today. For people like me, it's really important that we have a place to go where we can grow with our business and within our community. And this is, to me, a place where I can move into the future.
With yoga, definitely what we're seeing is, it's sad, you know, we had 568 yoga studios on Yoga Pass, and then we went through a bit of a computer glitch. And the next time I phoned, in about 2.5 years, a good percentage of those yoga teachers were carpet cleaning, walking dogs, doing something else altogether. And, you know, like, having watched so many very, very excited yoga teachers do their training, come into it full of intent, full of great ideas, full of desire to really, really assist the world, and then seeing how hard it is to do the marketing, to create the platform, to continually bring those folk into your studio and onto your mat. That's why we've created Yoga Hive, and I can see a lot of synergy already with what's happening here. So I just love the personalness of what you're doing, you know, like you, of course. It's so real and so tangible, but also in your platform, you know, putting your symptom down, of course. That just makes total sense, and being able to talk about what makes you tick, and that kind of real personal touch, that bringing back humanity through a web platform is very rare, and it's very good, very, very needed.
I'm very excited about tonight. Just heard all the amazing positive energy behind SoulAdvisor, and I feel like that I'm in a very positive collective sisterhood community. We can support each other to grow bigger, to achieve all the dreams that we have for humanity.
In this country, in particular, in Australia, amazing that you're thinking to start it here. This is a land of healing, and we've got such a strong Aboriginal community, and their role as Aboriginal people is custodianship. And, you know, please, when we feel healthier and stronger and more trauma has gone from our bodies and our systems and our bodies and the way that we relate to each other, then we'll be able to take more custodianship and look after the world. It's really sad where we're at right now, and scary, and it's very urgent, and I wish you all the best.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kate. I also would like to ask another person, Alison, to come up to this and also share what she came here for today.
Hi everyone, I'm Alison. I'm a kinesiologist up on the Central Coast, and I met Deb Shepherd, Divinely Intervention, about 4 or 5 years ago, when I was starting out in my practice as a soul trainer, feeling very alone and isolated, and just praying all the time. I just want to work with people. I was in a chiropractic clinic, you know, which was great, but they weren't really interested in what I did. And I just always, I went in there, you know, with great intention. Do you want to kind of do group workshops together? And do you want to and they're just like, no. And so I was just always wanting to work with people. Do you want to run workshops? Who wants to run a workshop with me? And then Deb, I got an email one night saying, do you want to come to some festival? There's an event night tonight or tomorrow night. Do you want to come? And I was like, okay, I'll just go. And I was just like literally like, oh, the heavens are opened, and it was like this amazing community of back then Embrace Life festivals where they were just so keen to work together, and being really like sensitive myself, I really found it hard to trust people in the business world. Like, how do I be a businesswoman but still be in the energetic healing world? So it was like finally I was meeting my tribe of people who were business orientated but also very natural therapy and energetic.
I train a lot of new soul coaches now, and a lot of the issues that I see in the industry with them and with a lot of our peers is how do you market yourself, how do you find new clients, and there's all these roadblocks to being seen and being heard. And this provides this beautiful movement and community where people come together, feel supported, but also be seen out there in the world with global travelers, with people that are looking for help for healing, and it's just a wonderful opportunity to come together and to see that there is transformation coming in a way that is going to be marketable to the masses, so that people can go on holidays, search for things that they're looking for, even in their local community, and find the support that they need while our community feels supported at the same time too.
Working with practitioners, one of the things that I find is they're isolated, they're stuck in their own little world, they don't really understand how to market their business, and they're really struggling getting out there. And this is now a whole platform that has just been designed just for these practitioners themselves, so that they can come together as a community and then blast their messages out to the world, not just to their local community but to global travellers who are going to come to Sydney or to any part of the world and want to find a practitioner.
Finally, people can type in what their symptoms are, and they will be automatically fed all of these practitioners who can help them out, at the same time as giving back as a soul enterprise.
I think one of the other really great things that has been shared with us tonight is the social enterprise part of the business, that it's all giving back. So if you're going to be part of the SoulAdvisor community, you are going to receive. And we know that in our industry it's all about giving and receiving, and I think the whole business model of SoulAdvisor has really just tapped into that, and I'm really, really excited to be a part of it.
Based on what you've heard today, would you be part? And 100%. That's amazing. Give ourselves a clap.